Hello, hello. Welcome to the Fit Inlet podcast. I am your host, Bridget Koenig, and here we talk about fitness and literature or trashy novels, but fitness and trashy novels doesn't sound like a good podcast title. So here we are, Fit Inlet. Let's freaking go. Let's talk about how I've just been kind of relaxing. To be honest, have been in kind of a vacation mode, kind of a senior-itis, kind of a chill mood lately. This whole week, we've been kidless. The kids have been with my parents going camping and doing all the fun stuff since they don't have school this week. And it is so nice. I miss them, of course, but I don't have to tell someone to put their shoes on 500 times. And there's a lot less food waste. And there's a lot less running around and a lot less laundry. And it's been really nice. And I'm so grateful that my kids have a safe space to go to and have fun with family, because I know a lot of people don't have that. But me and my husband have just been having a lot of one-on-one time, which has been great. This week is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is in a few days. It's Tuesday today. And I am just chilling. I'm a day late recording this podcast because I just wanted to go home and spend time with him yesterday. So this is coming out a day later than it normally is, which is totally fine. You guys probably don't even notice, but I notice. And yeah, it's just been really chill. And I don't have work until Saturday because of the holiday. Yeah, it's been great. I had big plans for this week. I met with a an organizer, like a professional organizer, to come in and look at our kitchen dining room area because it is such a crazy, like, the situation with it is just so chaotic. There's no storage space. There's no, like, the shape of our house is really weird. We're renting right now. So it's just quite weird, but I haven't even wanted to do that. I got to sleep in today. And yeah, so I'm probably going to start on that organizing tomorrow. But so we are working with Caitlin from Caitlin's Clutter Control here on the Central Coast, and she is so sweet. So she basically will come in, give your house a look over, and give you an action plan. We're at that stage right now with the action plan. When I had my phone consultation with her, I'll leave her information down below in the show notes or in the description wherever you're listening to this. But she is so sweet. And when I had my phone consultation with her, the first thing, well, not the first thing, but she asked, did something happen in your life that made you want to tackle this? Like, did something happen that made you want to do this? And I was like, well, no, I'm just kind of tired of having my house so chaotic because, like, cleaning used to trigger my anxiety really, really bad. And I'm tired of it, and I'm able to clean now without going into a downward spiral. But I really appreciated that she asked that question, because when, let's say, someone has a family member pass away, or someone just moved, or a divorce happens, or a new baby comes into the house, or someone loses a job, or someone gets a new job. Like, when big life changes happen, that's usually when your living situation kind of gets a little bit out of control. And I appreciated that so much, as someone who's very aware of mental health and just different circumstances in life, that she understands that. And I think that is so, so cool, because, like, people who suffer with from depression or anxiety, like for me it was a little bit of a mix, and just people who are super busy, like their houses are going to be neglected sometimes, and for her to just understand that is so huge, and I think that's amazing. So after we had our consultation, she came in and gave a look over. She's like, don't try to tidy up, like don't try to clean or like make anything presentable for me. She's like, I need to see what it looks like. And for me, I was like, oh my God, like a stranger is going to come into my home, look through my stuff without me even preparing. So that was a little bit like not as, oh my God, like, oh, someone's coming in my house. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, honestly, which I'm really proud of myself for not freaking out about that. But yeah, she just came in and kind of looked. We're focusing on the kitchen first. She's just kind of looked around, like, where's the silverware? Where's, is this functional? This kind of thing. And then she gave me like a whole action plan, which was great, to where like you can do it on your own, or you can schedule a time for her to come in, and she has 3-hour increments where she'll just like, you take out everything, decide what you want to keep, throw away, or donate. And then from there, she like organizes everything. And she told me, she's like, if you don't want to be here, she's like, I won't throw anything away or donate unless it's like actual trash. Then I'll throw it away. But like, she does all the work, like all of it. I won't let her do all the work. Of course, I want to be a part of it. But so if you need this done, and like, it's like, yeah, I would, if I was, deeper than I actually am, I would totally just want her to just do it all for me. I think that would be, oh my gosh. But I'll leave her information down below, and I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm hoping to have a vlog out with it, just as kind of like motivation. And I think it's really cool to go through this process. So speaking of anxiety, oh my gosh. So it is, what is this? It's November 21st. So for a total of 3 weeks, 21 days, I have been caffeine free. Yes. And I love caffeine. I love coffee. I love energy drinks. I love pre-workout, all the things. And I've made it 3 weeks without it, which is, it's pretty cool. I didn't have any withdrawal symptoms. I had a headache on like day 3, but I honestly think it was just because I was a little bit dehydrated that day, which reminds me, let me drink some water. This is my, if you're on YouTube, this is my giant 40-ounce Hydro Jug Traveler, which I freaking love. There's a link down below. I've been drinking out of this thing constantly, and I haven't been dehydrated since I got it. That's all I'm saying. They're having a huge Black Friday sale, by the way. And oh, it's, if you need to get one, you need to get one. But okay, so I've been caffeine free, and part of the reason why I wanted to go caffeine free was because, one, I drink too much of it, and I know it's not good for your heart, it's not good for your skin, all the things, right? But at night, like when I get home, I either can't sleep, or I have like my body feels anxious when I get home. I'm not thinking about like a to-do list. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just like, my body feels anxious. Like I just like want to doom scroll, or like keep my hands busy. Like I need to like dissociate. Like that's the feeling that I get. And this whole time I was thinking, because I work evenings, I teach, high intensity, high energy classes. This whole time I thought it was because I was drinking caffeine too late in the day. And that's not the case, because I'm still not able to sleep through the night. I haven't had kids this week, and yesterday I felt that same way. So I know it's not because of the kids. I know it's not because of caffeine. and we're just trying to figure it out. So I was talking to my therapist, and now we have something else to dig deeper into, which I thought I was like kind of in the clear. Like I was like, all right, like I think we can take a pause on this therapy. No, nope. We got something else to dig up. But if you have not done therapy before, highly suggest it. I personally use BetterHelp and I love it because it's super flexible and I don't have to leave my house. And I really, really love my therapist. I think she's great. We have a really good relationship and I'm really happy with it. So this is your sign. If you've been thinking about it, to do it. Go to therapy. It's amazing. You're going to learn so much. Like I did. I learned so much stuff I didn't even know that I wanted to learn, but that's life. And she's taught me a lot. One of the biggest things that I did learn from her was how much I've changed, how much the people around me have changed. You know, my husband and specifically my husband, and to learn to love myself as who I am now, not to, regret or have hated like bad thoughts towards who I used to be, and to know that I am a different person and to love me for me now. And I think once that clicked, a lot of other things started to fall into place. One of the things, the big things is that I've talked about this before, but I've gained 20 pounds in the last year. Like it took a whole year to get here, but I've gained 20 pounds. So, and that doesn't happen overnight. Like I know that this stuff happens over time and it's been a whole year. So, but when I was looking at videos of myself, I was like comparing myself now to who I was then as far as looks. And then I was like, wait, that was a different person back then. Like I am the most mentally stable I've ever been. My skin is looking fantastic if I don't say so myself. My strength, like I'm super strong right now. I'm super happy with my body when I'm not looking in the mirror or comparing myself to someone else. Like if it was just me, I'd be like, yeah, I love my body. But as soon as I start comparing or like, comparing myself to who I was before, I like, it's not a good feeling. And then when that clicked where like, I'm not the same person I was before, that was when like a lot of things changed. Like I said, like I'm such a better person and I wouldn't have figured that out, or it would have taken me a really long time to actually believe that if I hadn't gone to therapy and worked through that. So again, if you're in the same kind of boat, like it doesn't have to be crazy anxiety or like major depression, but like if you are struggling with loving yourself or letting go of the past or who you were, or you're noticing yourself comparing yourself to people often, it might be something deeper, and for me it was very deep. So I'm really, really glad where I'm at now. I am so happy with how I treat people, how I treat myself. It's just like night and day. Like I am definitely not the same person who I was before, and it's great. But yeah, I'm trying to think like oh my gosh, how could I forget? Okay, so we're pretty outdoorsy people, me and my family. We're pretty outdoorsy. We go on trips a lot. We drive a lot. We go on dirt roads. We camp a lot. My husband's a trail runner, so we're always on trails. We're in the mountains doing all these things. And until Sunday, we were driving a Prius, a little car, four of us, car camping most times. driving on dirt roads in this little Prius. And me and my husband had been talking about getting a new car for a while now, because our Prius was a 2022. And every time we would get the oil changed at the dealership, they would like, we want to buy your car back. Like, do you want to trade it in? And we're like, no, 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 no. And then this last time we were like, no, while the value is still high, like, why don't we trade it in and get something that we can actually drive on trails with? We'll get a hybrid, so that way it's the same mileage as the Prius, because that's the reason why we choose the Prius to drive around, because it's so good on gas. And then on Sunday, my husband went for a trail run and crashed into a fence because it was raining and it was muddy, and he was driving on a ranch road. The exact same reasons why we had talked about the night before that we want to trade in our Prius for something bigger. So we got a brand new 2024 RAV4, Toyota RAV4 hybrid, and it is great. I've only driven it a couple times, but so far so good. We love it. It's so cool on the inside, and it's just funny because we, like, I don't know, when we first met, like, my husband had never gone camping, and I grew up camping with my dad and my mom too, but like mostly my dad. We would go camping for, every summer. We'd go on a big camping trip. We'd go on camp, like we would just go camping a lot and do outdoorsy things. And my husband had never been camping before, and now we're like, we bought a car like specifically so we can go camping and travel and go on dirt roads. Like, it's so funny. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, is like how much you change. Like, you're not the same. Whoever I'm talking to right now, whoever's listening to this, who I'm looking at on YouTube, like, you're not the same person you were 5 years ago. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. And just be so grateful for that, because you're so much better now. And oh, it's just so good. Like, once you realize like you're not the same person, and like you have so much to give the world and just so much to like live for. And I think that's so cool. And you're gonna, meet people along the way who are just gonna change your life, and in some ways you might change theirs. And I don't know, I've just been really thankful lately, but I've also been kind of stuck at the same time. I feel like I've been working really hard for like certain things that I feel like I'm not quite reaching. And I feel like this is really relatable because it's just like I hear this all the time, where like you feel like, I don't know, whether it's you're trying to get a new job, you're like applying everywhere, you're, going to school to get these degrees, you're applying, and you just rejected. Or I don't know, this can go for dating too. I don't think anyone that listens to this is dating, but think back to when you used to date. Like, you're just trying to find like that perfect person who you want to spend the rest of your life with. You meet this guy, that happens, or you meet this girl, that happens, and then you're just kind of feeling stuck. Like, all right, like, what do I need to do to find this person, or this perfect job, or for like the perfect career, or this like opportunity that I've been waiting for? And you just kind of like feel like you're kind of going on this hamster wheel. That's kind of where I feel where I'm at right now, where I just feel like there's something around the corner. There's something there that's just out of reach. Like, what do I need to do to get there? And if you listen to Brunch with Des B, the podcast, she was talking about on Sunday that if someone gave you your dream life right now, would you be able to handle it? The goal that you've been working towards, if someone just gave it to you right now, if you just woke up and you had your dream life, your dream job, your dream partner, your dream goal, if you just hit it right now, would you be able to handle it? And most often the answer is no. And I was really thinking about that lately, and I was like, okay, so I really, the things that I really want, if it just magically happened right now, would I be able to handle it? And I was like, no, I wouldn't. And so it kind of shifted my thought process. Like, what do I need to do in order to feel like if it was handed to me right now that I'd be able to handle it? And just figuring out, like, for me, like, creating this podcast schedule is really important because it's going to lead me toward the goals that I have. I'm not going to, explain what those goals are, but one, you have to be clear on what you want. You have to be able to envision it and feel it. Two, find where you're kind of lacking. For me, it's consistency. So I really need to make sure that I am consistent in what I do. Number three is my mind in the right spot? Am I, expecting the right outcome? Am I willing to put in that work? And this can go for anything. For a partner, are you, do you love yourself? Are you able to give love? Are you able to show love? Are you able to love yourself? If your dream partner, what do you think? What would you like from your dream partner? And are you willing to give those same things? For a job, are you qualified? Are you ready for that commitment? Are you, the list goes on and on. But it just kind of like, if you're complaining about where you're at, or you're like, why isn't this happening? Or like, nothing's working out for me. Think about like, if you had it right now, if what you want was just given to you, would you be able to handle it? And just kind of make a list of the things that you might be lacking and work on it. You might need to reach out to a mentor or find, someone to help you, but just kind of think about it. Make a list, like, write it down. It's kind of cool to think about, but also like, oh my God, like, I got a lot of work to do. But speaking of finding a mentor and like using, other people to help you out, we have a new advent calendar coming soon. It starts on Monday the 27th, so 6 days from now, and it is through the Awaken app. I will be your host for it, your trainer throughout the time, and it is called Slay the Season. It starts on Monday, and you have the rest of this week to sign up. Every day until Christmas Eve, you're going to have either a workout or some kind of motivation or fitness or nutrition tip. And there's a group chat, group element to it, so everybody can cheer you on. There's 3 workouts a week, and there are no repeats. So I'll leave the link in the show notes or in the description, or you can go to awakencardiokickboxing.com and sign up there. This is open to everyone in the United States. You can access me there so we can chat if you're having any problems. This is the same app that I use for my nutrition clients, for my virtual personal training clients, and it is so good. You can sync your Apple Watch, you can sync your Garmin, your Fitbit, you can track your meals, including scanning barcodes to log things. There's a whole recipe section where you can look up hundreds of different recipes. You can do your progress photos, your weight, your whatever, your steps, your progress photos, measurements. You can log everything on there. And like I said, you can talk to the trainer, which in this case will be me. You can talk to the group. It's just so good. It's such a good app. And it's going to be really fun. It's called Slay the Season, SLEIGH, like Santa sleigh. And you should totally join us because it's going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun. This is the best challenge. I guess it's called a challenge. Best advent calendar that I've created. We did an advent calendar last year, and it's so fun because it's like, instead of, opening up a cardboard thing with a chocolate inside, you get to open up your app, and every day there's a new message or a new workout for you to do. And I think that's so cool and such a cool way to live healthfully during the holiday season when most people really struggle. So if you want to go join, you have until Sunday night on the 26th to sign up. As soon as it hits midnight, it's closed. There's no more registrations, and it starts Monday. So if you purchase it, it won't show up in your calendar until Monday, when everything will pop up, and it's going to be so fun. So go sign up, go sign up, go sign up, go sign up. Okay, so let's go sign up right now. Go click the link. But mentor. So okay, I'm on week 3 of my running program. I'm still running. It still sucks. I still kind of like it. Me and my husband did a beer run. So we're both ambassadors for Athletic Brewing Company, which is an amazing company. They're all non-alcoholic brews. I've talked about them before, but we did a beer run. And so we opened up a beer, an Athletic Brewing beer, and we ran around our neighborhood to see like who would be the first one to finish their beer. But if you've ran with a beer, like you can't, swing your arms because it'll spill and it'll get all foamy. So it's like, it's actually really hard and kind of motivating to like chug the beer a little bit, but it's so fun. And we filmed it, and there's like clips up on both of our Instagrams and on YouTube, but it's so funny. And it was just a really good time. But if you use code Bridget20, you can get 20% off your first order at Athletic Brewing Company on their website. And they have so many amazing brews. Every season they have, I think, like 4 different kinds. They're always coming out with new stuff. My favorite is the Athletic Light, which is close to any other light beer. It's just really, really easy to drink, but they have everything from stouts to sours to like coffee beers. There's all these different kinds. There's IPAs, double IPAs, red IPAs, all like every beer you can possibly think of, they have made it. And they have specialty ones where they donate to different charities and all of this stuff. So go check them out. Use code Bridget20 at checkout, or use the link below, and you can get 20% off your first order. But I'm in my 3rd week of running, my 3rd week of like following a program. This is like amazing for me. This is great. And today I had a walk run. It was good. It was pretty good. I didn't take my dog, like, because he's been training with me, because he ate a bunch of popcorn kernels, like just the kernels, and his stomach was so upset. He was like, his stomach was gurgling so bad, like all night and then all the next day. So I didn't take him with me in fear that he would probably shit himself. So he didn't go with me today, but he's gonna go with me tomorrow. We have a speed run tomorrow, or not speed. Well, yeah, working on speed, tempo run, intervals, whatever you want to call it, of working on my 5K pace. I'm already like not looking forward to it. Running fast sucks, but I want to get faster. So I have to like push myself out of that, out of the comfort zone a little bit in order to get better, which sucks. It sucks, but it's got to get done. It's only a 30-minute run. That's what I'm telling myself. It's only 30 minutes. It's only 30 minutes. I can watch a whole YouTube in 30 minutes. I can, one of my classes is 30, my shortest class is 30 minutes. So easy peasy. But I use the Peloton app for my runs because I need a trainer. I'm a trainer, but I need a trainer because it's easy to, like, when you're making your own workouts, to modify, be like, oh, I didn't mean to put that, or no, as a trainer, I know how tired I am, so today's gonna be a rest day, or I don't feel like running fast, I think it's just gonna be a walk run day. No, when you have someone telling you what to do, it's easier to follow. You're less likely to skip it or to modify it to make it easier. It's just a different vibe. in the Peloton app, I'll leave a link down below for you to have 60 days free or whatever, like a free trial if you want to try it out. They have a ton of outdoor running specific programs. And so I'm following one on there, and there's somebody that's talking to you the whole time. All right, now we're going to go 5 minutes at your RPE of 3 to 5. All right. And then it's like, remember to swing your arms. We got this music going. And then they like talk to you and kind of tell you, they guide you, which is really nice. So if you're into running, go check it out. It's pretty cool. Use the link below. I know I'm like listing a bunch of links or whatever, but I feel like for me, there's so many things that like if people never linked or never told me about, like it would have made my fitness journey a lot harder. And I have no shame in like, telling you guys like, oh yeah, like this is what I'm doing. If you want to do it, like go for it. I don't get money back for a lot of this stuff. It's just letting you know, like, hey, this is here. I'll leave it here if you want to go check it out. But I want to get home because I have no kids and my husband is waiting up for me and I miss him. And it's been really great to chat with you guys, but it's been even nicer to go chat with my husband. So I am going to call it end, and I'm going to go home, take a shower, snuggle up, and go to sleep with my husband without any kids jumping on my head. All right. You have a good night and have a happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you next week.